doing our quick. We're doing the cleanup of the side missions here. Trying to get all that stuff out of the way. So, I said let's get sit with this rocket launcher.
Get out of here.
And we are off. Let's see. I said I'm gonna just trust my map. I'm just gonna go this direction. But yeah, so you know we're doing pretty good. Still on this college football grind for the day. Still watching right now. Watching this Alabama Auburn game. Pretty good stuff so far. Been enjoying it. Kind of just seeing what I think, seeing what'll happen. So far, you know, it's been kind of good. Just seeing Auburn, you know, fighting with them, hanging with them and stuff. I mean, I think a lot of people thought that. Go with this regular one.
I'm not walking.
Am I stuck like last time? Okay. We're doing it. We'll just work these things. So they just want me to just kill 50 of these things. So I'm just going to use my little vehicle right here. Drive through it, shoot some stuff. But anyway, yeah, Auburn's putting up a pretty nice little fight. I think they might actually just be able to pull this stuff off. Fire crawler. There we go. I've also been kind of tuning into this Baylor TCU game. I know a lot of people are pretty much. This is the problem I kind of have with college football. Is, you know, it's like, you know, if a team loses once, it's almost like, you know, fans, this is mostly fans of other teams, and, you know, these are fans of teams that chances are, because the way college football is set up, everybody's so spread out, you're not going to play everybody. So, you know, you'll have, you know, your Ohio State guys out there, your Ohio State fan that says, oh, well, you know, Baylor lost to OSU, so suddenly that just means all of a sudden that they're not good, and it discredits everything that they've done all season. It's almost like that's what you're saying by saying, oh, they're not good anymore. But I don't really buy that. You know, it's a long season. I mean, people are going to lose games, and you know, there's a lot of good teams out there that have losses. I mean, I look at a team like LSU. I think LSU's a pretty good football team, but you know, they have a couple of losses under their belt, but if you actually sit there and watch the game and watch how they play, they got a great defense. Les Miles is still one of the best coaches in the country. They got the talent, and you know, sometimes you play football and the things just don't go your way. I mean, there are teams that you watch and you're like, yes, these are bad teams. Like, watch Kansas play football, okay? Like, that's a bad team. I mean, if we want to talk about teams that suck at football and you can't play it, watch Kansas play football. Okay, that's a really bad team. You know, I mean, you know, they probably regret, you know, firing the Blueberry, Mark Mangino, the big dude, big purple guy. He was. I mean, it's really hard to get people to go out there to the middle of nowhere in Kansas. I mean, I know that Kansas has, you know, an amazing basketball program. I mean, you could argue top 5 program in the country, whatever, and. I mean, that's true. So you say, well, you get kids who out there to play basketball, but that's because you got a program that's got just so much credibility. You know, people don't go to Kansas because they're like, oh my gosh, I just really want to go to the state of Kansas. They're going to Kansas because, you know, they're going to get top flight coaching. They're going to get to play for a top program, playing big games against big teams with other great recruits and players as well. Like, that's why you go to Kansas to play basketball. Bill Self, one of the best coaches in the country. He's prepping those kids. You go there, you got a good chance to go off and be pro and play in the NBA. And I think that speaks for itself. The players that are in United teams. I mean, Nick Collison, I think, came from the Roy Williams era, but I mean, still you got the Nick Collisons and the Cold Aldriches, the Mario Chalmers. I mean, what's his name? Tyshawn Taylor. I mean, these guys. I mean, not that they're big name guys, but they made it. Some people are like, oh, well, they're not good. And I was like, well, they're there and you're not. They're getting paid millions. Those guys make more in a few minutes. Of basketball than we're gonna make in our entire lives. It's amazing. Kobe Bryant, he got that contract. I mean, that's $40+ million over 2 years. That dude's gonna make in the next 2 years way more money than I'll ever dream of having in my hands in my lifetime. I just think that's kind of crazy. Let's switch missions here. I said I'm just gonna. I don't want to. Okay, we'll just go on. Destroy some fuel tanks. Damn it. Okay. But, kind of going back to my original point is, like, in college, I got way off subject, right? But, the thing is about college basketball is, I mean, or college football is that you just get fans that just get out there, get a little more, just get too carried away, I think, sometimes with, oh, like, these teams are bad, these people aren't good, this means this. I mean, everything has to have some sort of meaning behind it. I mean, it's sports, people lose games, It's like, you look at the NFL, nobody's calling, a 10-6, football team in the NFL bad, but I mean, it's just how, now we're actually shooting these guys, right? Yeah, nobody's not calling a 10-6 football team bad, a team that's 9-7. I mean, it's, football is one of those things, like, just get there, and then we'll see what happens. Win your division, or, you win your division, the wild card's not as much in your control. I mean, but you're always guaranteed, that when you get in, you play the playoffs. And, I mean, when you think about it, the last Super Bowl champions, their record, I think, was 10-6, 9-7, and 10-6. I believe that's what their regular season records. It wasn't teams that were. That's weird. Teabag. Yeah, our Super Bowl teams weren't teams that were, 12-4, 13-3. I need to put it up. Not a really good spot. How about we just throw some stuff? Dang it. But that's just my take on it, on the whole thing. It's just, so I mean, in the end, I think a lot of people don't like the fact that there's a BCS and you got computers and polls and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people just think like, well, why can't you not just have a playoff? I mean, yeah, pro football is one of the things. You got the rules set in place. I mean, there's a couple of times where you kind of don't get the optimal representative from the conference. I mean, you had a 9-7. I mean, you had I said that backwards. You had a 7-9, Seahawks team a few years ago. Dang, they put me way on the other side of the map. Yeah, you had a 7-9 Seahawks team that made the playoffs, and they got to host the home. They got to host the home game. A home playoff game, because I mean, it's not their fault that their division is just awful, but under that thing, if you win your division, you get one of the top 4 seeds in the playoffs. Then the division winners are all arranged according to my record. I mean, some people don't like that, and didn't like that, but hey, they got in, and not only did they do that, they beat a team that was also the defending Super Bowl champion. I mean, there's a lot of parity in sport. In football, there's just so many things that can happen, and then you get to the pro level where there really isn't a huge gap between, you know, team 1 and team 30. You know, like there is in college football. In college football, you could argue, yeah, the top teams in the country, there's a big difference between, you know, Idaho and, you know, Ohio State. There's a big gap between, you know, Alabama and Chattanooga. You know, like, I mean, and when you really think about it, I just picked up some on that. He just keeps stunning them with critical hits. It's kind of nice.
I'm really good at this.
Anyway, but like I was saying, you go. It's just that big gap. So you look at the NFL and you look at how it works in the, you know, in that league. It's kind of just take what you get.
Mine.
You know, they keep giving you these Matador shotguns. I kind of want to use one. Let's see. What's this blue? Gives me more shock damage. You know, I'll take that. But what I will do is drop that grenade I just picked up. I got 2 transfusion grenades. Hold up. Let me just, yeah. I only need 1. I mean, really, I shouldn't be selling these things, but see, that's useful because it actually blows stuff up. Here's a shield that has better healing, or better capacity than what I already got. You know what? I'm gonna take that. Alright. But yeah, going back to my rant, you know, football, my goodness. But everybody wants to, you know, poke fun at people when people start losing games. And I mean, whether you think it's fair or not, I mean, I guess. That's just my opinion. You just get there, but that I mean, but that's also, I guess, the fun. I mean, it's fun to debate like who's good and who's not good. I think that is something about college football that is very unique to it. Is the fact that, you know, it's literally a 365-day discussion. You know, and I mean, so much can go in so many different directions. Let's get my snipe game on. But, you know, I mean, the conversation goes in so many different directions, and and nobody's really wrong. You know, I think that's something. I think that sometimes irritates folks because, you know, people want to be right. But, you know, at the end of the day, you don't know no more than anybody else about the outcome. You know, because football's just one of those sports. Let's do this real quick. There we go. I just gotta get that stuff out of here. Too many guns on me! Hey. There we go.
Yes, feel it.
That's right. Tell her. Him. It. Alright, so we got that taken care of. So yeah, we're just kinda cleaning up out here. Wow, SMG proficiency. So yeah, it's kinda nice. You just get rewarded for just using your gun, you know? It's really nice. I really like how Borderlands 2 does things. Anyway. What am I doing? Close all. Let's do this one. This one sounds fun. We'll do. It feels like that other one's going back to where we are. So we'll do that last. It's also kind of let's go to that Heisman talk. You know, everybody's talking about, you know, who should win the Heisman Trophy and all that, and hey, it's right near me. So I actually picked the right thing. You know, and now I think in some cases, I mean, I still think if I was a voter today, I would personally vote for Johnny Manziel because one, he's actually statistically better than what he was.
For another pound of flesh!
Statistically better than what he was last year, which is my first thing I would say. Then, I mean, when you look at me, and he won the Heisman Trophy last year with, you know, those numbers that we're sitting here talking about. But then secondly, when I look at Texas A&M, I mean, some people could argue, you know, it's, you know, they would be okay if he wasn't playing, obviously. But I mean, he's a very unique character. He's a unique player. I mean, it's like what I said with Robert Griffin III. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, you know, they're not going to be a good team without Robert Griffin. I mean, I do think that Baylor legitimately has taken a step as a program. You know, their success isn't just Robert Griffin, you know, anymore, and yet just one great player come through and they're just going to be, you know, just bad. I mean, I'm not trying to say they're going to be out there doing, you know, Big 12 things all the time, but, you know, their recruiting's going up. You got a coach that's got a great mind. I mean, everybody's going to try to go and take them away from everybody. You got to kind of just wait and see what happens, but I don't really have an issue with it, you know. But Johnny Manziel has meant so much to Texas A&M and what he has done. And you think, like, if you look at their losses this season, I mean, besides the LSU game, I mean, everybody has that team that has some number. But you look at that LSU, besides the LSU game, you look at Alabama, and they lost that game and lost to Auburn. But I mean, this guy played lights out in both those games. You know, counted for, you know, so much of that team's offense. You know, I think it's fun to that. But there are just people out there that really but yeah, people out there that really just want to hold that against them. I mean, this dude can't play offense and defense at the same time. You know, and that's how I look at it. I mean, he really can't. He can't do everything. And then, so for those people that want to sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, they lost the game. I mean, he's not out there, you know, trying to defend and allow these touchdowns and stuff like that. It's like one of the things, like, it's like, I did my part. So you have to take it for that. But who knows? But you got some guys that lost games and they're just completely written off. It's like Bryce Petty lost a game and now they're like, oh, we can't do this. Am I even in the right spot? Yeah. They're not gonna let me just walk up and take the yard back. Exactly. Let's fight somebody. You know what I want to do here? I can use this now. Use that this class line and get electrocuted damage up. Nah, let's use my lightning SMG. I mean, these guys are there. And it explodes. I like what I got. Some pretty tough explosive artifacts. Got that.
See what we've got.
Some good. Now that's kind of neat. Here's one, a shock one, fire wave. Oh no, they both got good capacity. You know what? Yeah, here we go. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put that shield. And we got this. All right, let's decide what we're actually gonna keep. I don't want transfusion. I just picked that up. But I don't really need to be holding a whole bunch of different shields. Explosive sticky, longbow. Yeah, let's take that. Anyway, alright, now we're full. Try not to get attached. I see Auburn is putting in some work. We'll get back to the real game. Alrighty, let's also do this last mission, this last side quest. Like I said, we'll take care of this one. Well, yeah, we'll do this one because this is the one I know that's going to have us going all over the map. Wish I could do a fast travel out this spot. Kind of a cool area. Alrighty. All that excitement and fight got me off my Heisman rant, right? Well, all I'm gonna say is Johnny Football would get my vote for the Heisman if it was up to me. Just, some people say it's not an MVP vote. It's not this. I just, what are you really saying? Like, you're saying the most outstanding player in college football. I mean, and I think, you know, if you're gonna be the most outstanding player in college football, I mean, you have some meaning to your team. I mean, you're just not. I mean, how do you define most outstanding player? Are we saying, oh, you're just the best player on the best team? I mean, I don't think that has to necessarily be that. It's like if you don't play for Florida, USC, Ohio State or something like that, and then if you don't, you know, and they're not ranked in the top whatever, then all of a sudden it just means that you just are automatically shut out from being a Heisman Trophy winner, and I don't think that's necessarily fair. That, you know, I mean, but that's just, you know, it's just my opinion. I mean, it's just, you know, if I had a vote and I was forced to give judgment, you know, to the value of certain things, I mean, that's just what I would do personally. So. I'm trying to look for glowy stuff. Let's make sure we're all in the same area. All the gun parts are over here. Oh, okay. I just saw. That's not it, but I think I saw one up here. How do I get up here? make that really obvious. And I was probably wrong. There's this crank. Huh. We just gotta get up to like an elevated spot. Jump down.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
Let's try that again. There's a method to that. Okay. There we go. And I just did another part of the mission at the same time. Alright. And the last one is still somewhere in this area. Let's get off the pipes. It sounds so wrong. Okay. Still looking around. Like nothing's like obvious. There's some money. Give me the cash. And that thing gets really big when it knows that you're close to it. Yeah, no, it sounded really bad too. Well, it's not in this room. So the game can quit faking me out. See, I already knew that this was gonna happen. And I got some more valves I gotta go and take care of. See, that's just a little thing. So, where I was, it probably has something to do with what I was. Oh no. Well, I would be like, let's check the obvious. Okay, I gotta figure out where I'm at real quick. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here forever to really try to figure out where this piece is. And I'm pretty sure you guys watching it are probably like, oh, this dude's such an idiot. He does not know where the piece is. I'm just looking for a green thing to show up on here that says, hey, it's right here. And they don't have it in the most obvious of spots. That's okay. If that makes me an idiot, oh well, so be it. I'm just not gonna sit here trying to figure this out. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to sit here and watch me run around in circles for 45 minutes figuring it out. See, if I jump down there, then I'm stuck, and then I can't go anywhere. This thing says I'm right on top of it, and then it goes away. See, and I hate this map. Like, see, it makes it seem like it's just right up in this thing. But I mean, it keep. Okay, we're not. Fuck, screw it. It's just wasting time. I will just get the revolver off when I'm off the air and call it a day. Turn all this stuff in at the same time. I apologize for that. I didn't think that was actually going to take that long or be that much of a task. Last one is kind of backtracking where we came from. Stupid revolver. Yeah, we'll just keep on going. And I see it. I'm gonna get all y'all. Alright, let's go turn off this crap. And then we'll go off and we'll kill Mr. Mel, wherever the hell that is. And we'll be done with this section of the game, and then it'll be on to New Haven. Something that I know they talk a lot about in Borderlands 2. I think they talk about New Haven a bunch. What happens, Phantom Jack, being this, all that kind of stuff. There's not really like a real antagonist in this game. So we also gotta do some item management too while we're at it. But, and then I'll figure that out, and then we'll go on and continue on to the next thing. So, I'm gonna stop this episode here, and we'll pick up here, and we'll complete this Mad Mel and taking care and talking to Claptrap. So, alright, on to the next.